This is my PRC710MB. It's a radio that covers from 30 to 512 megahertz. It operates in clear mode. It can also operate in encrypted mode or in anti-jamming or frequency hopping mode. It has 10 channels and they can normally be programmed from the front keyboard. Unfortunately, some of the buttons on this one aren't working, so that's not quite possible. As you can see, if I press the left hand button at the top, the back lighting comes on. If I press the next button, it goes into the frequency programming mode, and you can see the first numbers flashing. And I'd need to be able to use the up and down and side keys and the enter key to be able to change the frequency, which I can't do at the moment. That would probably be possible with the programming software and cable which connects to the right hand side of the radio. However, let's just show that the radio is functional. I have it connected via a coaxial cable to my IFR, and as you can see, the IFR is set to the same frequency. So I'll put the IFR into generate mode, and I'll put the volume on the radio up a bit so we can hear everything quite clearly. So it's right up at the moment. Now it uses 150 Hz tone for access. So when I put the 150 Hz tone on, the radio will receive the signal. Let me just check that tone there. I haven't got the tone on. I'll turn it on. Okay, we'll turn the tone on. Now, if we look across here, we see the radio is receiving, and the flashing light indicates that it's in secure mode. If I turn the tone off, it no longer receives. Now, if I press the PTT on this radio, and while I'm doing that, I'll put the radio on its side so it's going to stay there stable for the moment. So we look at the radio on its side there, and I'll put the IFR into receive mode, and now when I press the PTT, you will see that the clear light comes on permanently, and you heard the IFR in the background. If we zoom in on the IFR's meter, I'll just bring that into focus, you'll see that on a PTT it moves up to 1 watt. So we can see that the radio is transmitting 1 watt on 76512.5. Okay, if I actually now use the mic and talk, you'll be able to hear it come through. Testing 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. So you can see the audio transmits fine. And if I go back to generate here and put on a 1K tone, turn off the volume here, turn on that, you can hear the radio is receiving the tone. So that worked also. Okay, so the radio transmits and receives and basically functions. The only thing left to do is to show you the, I'll turn that off, show you the loudspeaker in operation. If I press the squelch button here, you can now hear. I'll take this off to make the point. Do it again. Here. We've got sound. I'll turn that off. Okay, so you can see the loudspeaker on that, which is quite noisy. So that's the 710MB. Quite an interesting radio. Very hard to find one of these. I suspect that this is probably about the only one you'll see available for purchase now or in the immediate future. There are, as I say, a couple of faults with it. It's advertised on eBay and the faults are described. So if you're interested